This is how to graph a linear inequality. So we're taking a look at this problem right here. So we have 3y minus 5 is greater than 2 times the quantity x plus 2y. The first thing we need to do is distribute this 2 so that we can then combine similar terms. So the 3y minus 5 doesn't change, nor does the sign. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 2y is 4y. So now we can combine the similar terms. I'm going to want to keep the y's on this side so that it makes life easier to graph, so I end up with an equation y equals mx plus b form. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 4y from both sides. So 3y minus 4y is just negative y. Minus 5 is greater than 2x. Well, I'm subtracting 5 from negative y. So to get the negative 5 to move, I'm going to add 5 to both sides. So negative y is greater than 2x plus 5. Then y is not by itself yet, it still has the negative. So I'm going to multiply everything by negative 1. But you'll remember, if you multiply by a negative, your inequality is going to switch sides. So negative 1 times negative y is going to just be y. I have to flip the symbol, and negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. So I'm going to have to graph this inequality. Well, luckily it's in y equals mx plus b form. What is the x-intercept, or what is the y-intercept? Well, the y-intercept is negative 5. So I'll go to my graph and I'll put a dot at negative 5, or y equals negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 comma negative 5 is right there. My slope is negative 2, which means I go down 2 and then I always move to the right. So down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. And I'm going to have to go backwards. So up 2, left 1. Now obviously if I had a ruler, I would just go ahead and use it. So I don't need to keep doing this, although it is fun putting dots on a graph. I totally do that in my free time. Okay, not really. So here's my line. So the next step in graphing an inequality is deciding whether it is going to be an open or a closed line. You'll remember that an open line is a solid line, or sorry, a closed line is solid because the values on the line are in the solution set. So in this case, you have to have a greater than or equal to or a less than or equal to symbol for you to have a closed line. To have an open line, which is shown as a dashed line, the values on the line are not part of the solution set. Therefore, you must have a greater than or a less than symbol. So looking at my symbol here, y cannot equal negative 2x minus 5, which means I have to have an open line. And the easiest way to do this is just to go take your eraser and turn your solid line into a dashed line. And there we have a nice little dashed line. So then, the last part is to shade. So we need to figure out which region to shade. I'm going to pick a point. I'm going to pick 0, 0 and plug it into the equation. So 0, 0, my y value is 0, my x value is 0. So I have 0 is less than negative 2 times 0 minus 5. Well, negative 2 times 0 is 0. So I have 0 is less than negative 5. This is a false statement. Therefore, 0, 0 cannot be in the solution set. So I will have to shade everything that is on the side of the line not with 0, 0. And that is how you graph a linear inequality.